Hey, I don't know if I'm going to stay on. We'll give it a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, and if nobody comes on, we'll split. Oh man, I'm not gonna make it. I should not have started this live. I'll be right back, Carol. What? I have no idea, Dad. If he's on YouTube, if he's on Facebook, he does. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I had to make a trip. Why did I do that? I don't know. We are gonna try and do dragons again. Maybe. Hi, everybody. Wow, 10 people? I feel blessed. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I see maybe I shouldn't because sometimes the crowd is bad. 6 people. Guys, I gotta start my Chromebook. Hello, people. Seven people. Sorry, guys. I was sleeping. Awesomes. I don't have anything. I am just here minding my own business. But maybe I'll stray away from actually talking more people in here. I'm going to see, and I don't know, we should get a yearly recap. I don't know if I'll get that tomorrow or if I'll get that when I'll get that, but I'm gonna see if I can get on Facebook, because that's where I go to for that's where a lot of the stats for the channel get put. Because what I thought I would do is seeing how far back I can go. Not very far, because it's only December 22nd, apparently. So what all type of food do you have, Carol? Do you have good stuff? And what type of good stuff? I don't want that stuff. I want to go back. How do I... Is there a way, does anybody know, a way to go back and look at stats? Maybe I can do it on up here. And there I go. 933 subscribers. Woohoo! Analytics. We're going to go all the way back to 1 24 1 1 January 1st. Okay. That's not what I thought I was going to get. Okay, I tried to get it. I'm trying to figure out how many subscribers I had. I can't find it out. I can't seem to find it. Is everybody excited for New Year's? I think I am. Okay. So I was right. Don't mind me. I'm just trying. Watching. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'm not even interested in the ball drop. To be honest, what I want. Okay, I have that. Did oh no. Okay. Open YouTube Studio app. From the bottom menu, tap Analytics. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. So, let's see if I can do this. I need to go to Analytics. Go to... I did. And I don't see... I don't see what I'm looking for. Trend. Overview. Subscribers. $2,024. That can't be right. If you can believe it, we started off the year around 578 subscribers is what I'm showing. 578 subscribers, guys. And we have climbed. We haven't climbed a hard climb, but we are almost to 1,000 subscribers for a small channel. I think that is pretty remarkable myself. Yeah, we're 933. Hi, Transport Time. I mean, it's sort of sad when you look at that fact. Happy New Year. Here it is not 2025 yet. We still have 5 more hours before Happy New Year, but I appreciate it. So yeah, we started off this year with like 548 subscribers. And we are now sitting on the edge of what I call the edge of, not quite the edge. I mean, who are we kidding? We're at 933. We have a way to go before we actually reach 1,000. But I'm excited for this upcoming year on the channel. I think we're going to break channel records this upcoming year. Hopefully, yeah. We started this year with 548 subscribers. We have climbed. We haven't made, like, larger channels probably have 500 subscribers, I feel like, in one night. And we're sitting here at this other number, but I'm happy with what we have. I'll be honest. I probably should get into dragons since that's what the live is about. Supposed to be about. So this will be a test to see if it works. Gotcha. So I will show it again. My newest addition to the collection. And then we're going to get into the topic for tonight. Oh, I dropped my pencil. Or so it would seem. That's never a good thing. Okay. Did I? Okay, y'all. So I will be starting an additional live. It will be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and around 6 p.m. for my people in Great Britain, and I don't know what other times. So that will be starting Saturday. Blueberry cheesecake. That sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds really good. So what I need people to think about is if they want the same topic as the earlier live, as the later live, or what. So you guys will be able to attend live instead of staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning for this one. Okay, so moving on. So the dragon myths pop up around 4,000 years ago in what is now ancient Mesopotamia. Now, there were also dragon myths in China and India and in Egypt. And reports of dragons in England don't seem to date back that far, for reasons, probably. So why do I mention this? Well, it's important to note that not all dragons are evil. Some of the dragons in China were actually looked at as good, more or less. When Christianity arrived on the scene, they took the dragon myth and they turned it upside down. And so dragons became evil. They were something to be fought and killed by knights or unalived by nights. So my question is it possible that these legends, or at least the ones in Europe, had their origins and stories from sailors and other people? Hey, Chelsea. Chelsea is getting the double effect. She's going to hear the whole dragon thing over again. Or again for the first time. I think she came in late for the last one. Not Happy New Year, Chelsea. Not quite for us. We still have 4.5 hours, I think, something like that. 5.5 hours. So sailors may have brought the legends of to England. People out and about. I hope so. We all need it. They may have come in contact with animals that they didn't understand, or they may have found things that they didn't understand. So one of those animals that they may have come in contact with might have been Komodo dragons. I know that there were reports of these things. They were probably not valid reports, but reports. These guys, crocodiles, may have been classified as sea serpents or worse. The fossils of any number of creatures may have started legends of their own. These are just a few of the animals that would have lived in or around Great Britain. We have Irish elk, the woolly mammoth. I mean, if somebody had found that horn. Okay, transport. That horn would have been definitely. I would have a hard time explaining that to somebody. Mammoths and or dinosaurs. So if you had no idea what a bone was, you would have, your mind would create this image in your head of what that might be. Your imagination would have run wild, and you would have developed your own story about what that animal was. So all of these things are possible sources of imagination turning events for the development of the dragon myth. If you lived in England or Europe or other lands before science could explain things, you're out and you see something sticking out of the rock, maybe you're seeing a dinosaur fossil that is emerging out of the rock, or maybe it's already out of the rock, and what you're seeing is a giant bone, perhaps, or the skull or the bones of a mammoth, whatever. The femur off of one of these sauropods, again, this is the sauropod, they would have had an 8-foot femur. So that's the upper bone. That's this bone here. the upper bone, um, that bone would have been, in some of these dinosaurs, it would have been 8 feet tall. You would have created an image in your mind that aren't always based on reality. And yeah, I kind of see that. If you didn't know what something was, it would be really easy to concoct that image in your head. We did this not just with animals, but we did this with diseases. We did this with the decomposition of the body. We even did this with seals and sea lions and sea cows, manatees, whatever. And we created stories to match, to coincide better. Hey, Minion Bot. We created these stories to basically coincide with what we're seeing. I saw, and I've shared this story before, but I remember pretty clearly being out on one of the ferries in San Francisco, going through the bay of San Francisco, and looking out and seeing these heads bobbing up and down in the water, and thinking, why are there people out here? And then it snapped, and I realized that I wasn't seeing people. I was seeing the heads of sea lions or seals from a distance. Oh, awesome, Minion Bot. I'm happy for you. In other parts of the world, skulls created the myth of the Cyclops. And while I can't explain every single mythical creature, there are some things that had their roots in just good old-fashioned life and or in dead animals. As I mentioned, our brains are fantastic at filling in the blanks. One person having an experience or seeing something doesn't take us super long to start spinning stories. That person tells somebody, that person tells somebody, that person tells somebody, and eventually the whole countryside knows, and it gets more and more twisted and contorted as it moves further away from that original person, until eventually that bone that you saw of the dinosaur eventually turns into this. Now, this is a far cry from the bones of a dinosaur, but you get the idea. Minion Bob, where did you meet her? Was it like a dreaded blind date, or at a party? We're curious. Eventually, that monster that we just saw is reborn from that dinosaur bone into a dragon. Now, in the same way, vampires and other creatures might get blamed for outbreaks of plagues or diseases. And while there may be things that we need to look forward to, there are also things that we should probably just let it rest and not pay attention to. Things like this. I should have dug up more of these. A girl born on midnight on Christmas Day would have been considered a witch. Likewise, a boy born on Christmas Eve, right? Yeah, a boy born at midnight on Christmas Eve is born a werewolf. If a child was failing to thrive or seemed changed in some way, they might have been said to be the baby of a changeling or to be a changeling. So if you don't know what a changeling is the infant of a fae that is replaced with the human baby. And so they may not be healthy, they look different. Yeah. Um and it's sort of crazy to think that all of these things somehow determined if your child was going to be a werewolf or a witch. And there's probably tons of other silly things that we could discuss about, dates and times and whatnot, but why cover those? There's always going to be, we should always look for natural explanations instead of, weird explanations. But I thought since we spent a lot of time talking about that to begin with, Minibot, I am happy for you. I think Carol is too, but I think Carol's being quiet. She's eating her food and it's okay. So these are other weird Christmas traditions from around the world, and they're kind of kooky. Um, Polish superstitions warn that any child born during the 12 days of Christmas could be a werewolf or other half-human hybrid. The only possible cure would have been to drain the blood from the infant's brow. Another myth comes from America. If an unmarried woman visits a hog pen at midnight on Christmas Eve and hears an old pig grunting, she will marry an old man. However, if a young hog grunts first, her husband will be young and handsome. I cannot make these up. A Greek tradition calls for you to burn your old shoes at Christmas time. And it's believed that the smell will drive away these little Christmas goblins and keep them from your house. In the Philippines, you should not take a bath on Christmas Day. If you do, you'll wash away the blessings of Christ's birthday, and you may suffer a long-term sickness. Um, and yeah, you get the idea. But the superstitions are exactly that. I think sometimes they're meant to scare. Um, not sure when it just makes you wonder why. So anyway, so let's see. Children who were born on January 6th were considered to be blessed and were believed by some to be given powers to heal the sick. Some believe that another folk legend, which probably comes from the nativity story of the animals kneeling by the manger, has it that animals kneel and are given the power of speech at midnight on Christmas Eve. Another wives' tale is that water turns to wine at midnight on Christmas Eve, but you should not taste it. Plants suddenly bloom on Christmas Eve. If you sit under a pine tree on Christmas Eve, you may hear, oh, I'm sorry, on Christmas Day, you may hear angels sing. Breads and cakes baked on Christmas Day have special healing qualities. Yep, nope. If going visiting to neighbors' homes on Christmas Day, hope that they will be serving stack cake or mince meat pie, because eating a piece of those pies baked by another brings good luck in the coming year. Maybe we should be having mince pie. It's considered bad luck for a cat to meow on Christmas Day. Seriously? Who? Who? Why? That's just ridiculous. A crowing rooster, shooting off of guns and fireworks on Christmas Eve scares away evil spirits. Anyone passing away at this hour may have a good chance of sneaking into heaven without having to give a full account of themselves. Do you hear the chirp of a cricket on the Christmas hearth or in the house at Christmas is considered a good luck omen. Eating an apple as the clock strikes midnight on Christmas Eve brings good health. So yeah, those are some wacky things. But yeah, remember, a lot of these myths are just that. They're corny, funny, whatever. And I'm going to check something because I don't want to stay online forever in a month of Sundays if I don't have to tonight. Usually it wouldn't bug me. But I guess I clicked on the wrong thing. Carol, the animal thing. I don't think so. I just think it was just cakes and whatever. I think it was just in general. Cakes and breads and pies. And people would bake them and then share them. And who doesn't like a good piece of home baked bread? I don't know. Basically, what I'm getting at is, yeah, especially in China. I think that's one of their traditions. There's somewhere they eat grapes, and I think it's New Year's Eve. There's a lot of them out there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure China has. The red envelopes are filled with money and symbolize good wishes and luck for the new year. The importance of the Hong Bao isn't the cash held inside, it's actually the envelope itself. The red color symbolizes good luck and prosperity, and it can be found in several of the Eastern Asian cultures, not just in China. My grandma used to have mincemeat pies, and I don't know if they were actual, like, mincemeat. I'd have to ask. Um, but I like mincemeat. I like the new mincemeat where there's not actual meat in it. But I guess it was a way to either extend meat or to um preserve it somehow. Oh, yeah, it was actually a way of preserving meat without salting, curing, smoking, or drying it. In 1413, King Henry VII served a mincemeat pie at his coronation. Henry VII was fond of the meaty Christmas pie as a main dish, filled with mincemeat and fruits. Italy, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Italy for the grapes? I think so. It is said that in Italy, it is said that eating 12 grapes at midnight, one for each month of the year, will bring good luck and wealth. It may also be in Spanish, but it's also done in Italy as well. Huh. I think different cultures have different beliefs also. I don't think it's just one or the other. Because look at how many traditions we have here in the United States. So, a little bit of fun facts for you. The sphere that's coming down in New York City is 12 feet in diameter. It weighs 11,875 pounds, is covered in 2,688 Waterford crystal triangles, which are illuminated by 32,256 LED lights. In Spain, the tradition is to eat one grape at each stroke of midnight. Those who do it are promised good luck for the next year. If the rules are followed, eating one grape at each midnight's 12 o'clock chimes guarantees you a lucky year. If and only if you simultaneously ruminate on their significance. If you fail to do that, then misfortune. If you're in Brazil, you might jump over 7 waves. And you get 1 wish for each wave. Breaking a dish any other day of the year is bad, but in Denmark, smashing plates on New Year's Eve is par for the course. In one tradition, people go around breaking dishware on the doorsteps of their family and friends. The more shards there are in front of your house the next day, the luckier and more well-liked you are. Until you have to clean up the pieces. Mistletoe is often associated with Christmas, but in Ireland it plays an important role on New Year's Eve. There, it's said that if someone puts a sprig of mistletoe or holly or ivy under their pillow on December 31st, they'll dream of their future partner. It's okay. I'm going to go, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for coming in. I will see you in 2025 on Friday. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.